Welcome back. I'm Sarah Bernard, and our next guest is a local artist who calls himself a gallery on wheels. Perhaps you've seen him out working on his latest painting. Joining me now is the Curbside artist, Frank James. Welcome,
Hi,
Frank.
how you doing?
I am doing great, and look at these beautiful paintings of St. Louis scenes.
Yeah.
And now you were telling me before we came out on the set that you just started painting 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
So what was the turning point that led you to decide that art was your thing?
Well, basically, I painted before. Well, not before, but I always could draw. But 8 years ago, it's just a series of events that happened in my life that actually brought me to this.
Mm-hmm.
And it has basically taken over my life since then. I actually used it for like therapy to get through some of the events, difficult times. Yes.
So do you want to talk about some of those difficult times that changed your life, or?
Yes. Well, basically, 8 years ago, in the same week that I discovered that I could do this, I found out, first off, discovered that art sort of like, somebody invited me to paint, and I did. And then later on that week, I went and had a physical, and I was told that I was very healthy, except I had a tumor on my back. And actually, I went through treatment, the cancer treatment and everything. It was a short cycle. And over a period of time, I ended up losing my job, which basically, once that happened, I began to really turn more to the art and focus on painting instead of the situations that I was in.
So did you find that art brought you peace, brought you happiness?
Absolutely.
Did you feel successful when you were
Absolutely.
painting?
Actually, I'm a self-taught artist. Through that period, I taught myself how to do this.
I mean, this is amazing. You actually taught yourself this beautiful classical style.
Yes. Yes, being out, losing my job, eventually becoming homeless, I would visit different parks, Tower Grove, and that's where I started. And I continued to paint and to learn just being out in nature itself. And
so
it took
are you
over.
still self-taught, or have you gone and taken classes along the way?
I'm still self-taught. I'm still growing.
You're still growing as an artist.
Absolutely.
And is it mostly landscapes that you're doing?
Mostly landscapes, but I can do pretty much anything that I can see. Animals, I've done animals, done very few with people. I'm not exactly a portrait artist. I love landscapes because they are therapeutic to do.
And are you generally in the location, so you're in Forest Park or in Tower Grove where you're painting?
I am. I'm in the parks, and that's why I call myself the Curbside artist, because I paint by the curbside. I'm a mobile gallery on wheels.
So we can see you out doing your thing, and are you selling your art?
Well, I don't sell my art in the park, but anybody can certainly come over, and basically I'll give them my information, and they could, basically commission me to do their favorite part of a park or their home or anything.
That's really neat. That's really neat. So this is what you're doing pretty much full time now.
This is what I'm doing full time.
Wow. So what do you, given all the trials and tribulations that you've experienced over the last 8 years, not very long, and the wonderful success you're having with your painting, what advice do you have for people going through difficult times so they can learn from what you've experienced?
Well, I think when you go through changes in your life, you have to learn to look at the positive side of things. And that's what I did. This art I focused on it. That's all I did. And life just sort of went around me. And 8 years later, this is where I am with my art, and I'm still going strong with it. And I think things happen in people's lives sometime, and you don't realize it, but sometimes these things happen for a reason. And if you focus on the positive side of it, you'd be surprised what, the creator of all things are really calling you to do. And learning that I had an illness, which I've overcome, this beautiful gift came from all of that. Developed, and I'm cancer-free, and I'm very happy, and I felt like this art has saved my life.
So you find your inspiration through the power of positive thinking,
absolutely,
believing that there is a greater purpose.
Exactly, and I think when events happen in your life, sometimes, I think, I'm a guy that believes in God, the Creator, and I think sometimes God can take the good out of any situation you're in and cause you to, pay attention to the positive things, and you can grow from it. I think it could, sometimes if you look at it a different way, it can change your life, because something like cancer could have been devastating, but I didn't look at it that way. I looked at it as, okay, God, now I have to take my life very serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Frank, you're an inspiration.
Thank
You're
you.
a St. Louisan that we can be very, very proud of.
Yes.
You look like a master painter from Paris, France.
Hopefully I'll go there one day, Florence, Italy. And I want to give thanks to Jennifer Miller for helping me with my ensemble here.
Well, Miss Jennifer Miller did a fine
Thank
job.
you.
You look the perfect
Thank
part,
you.
and we wish you the best of luck and
Thank
success
you.
with your painting.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing with us here at STL TV.
Yes.
And please come back and
will.
share more as you develop new,
Yes.
new paintings. So thanks
you.
again to
Thank
Frank
you.
James, the Curbside artist, for joining us. Don't go anywhere. STL TV Live will be right back.